literally from this website, we have this clean. So in this video, I will be teaching you how to scrape data from a website to a CSV file. So we're going to be scraping all the codes from a practice website, which is codestoscrape.com. So I already have it open here. So I'm just going to right click and click on inspect. So I'll come back to this in a bit and how to get the element and all. So let's go back here. And so we'll collect each code, the author, and any tags associated with it, and finally we'll save all the information into a CSV file called codes data CSV. So let me quickly explain this. So we'll first import all the necessary libraries. For non-technical people, just know that request helps to get access to the HTTP, which is the codestoscrape.com, which is this website, and then this beautiful soups helps us manipulate the HTML content, and then CSV just helps to save whatever we scraped from this data from this website into a CSV file, and this helps us to download the files to Google Colab. So now this base URL is the URL we are scraping from, which is this codestoscrape.com. Now let's come back here. And so this is the function. This is the function scrape codes to CSV. And then these are just the parameters which we will, let me quickly scroll down here. When we call the function, we then put our parameters, which is CSV file. We want it saved as code, and then the base URL is what we put here. So this is just a comment to explain better. That's what the three, what's it called now? I've forgotten what it's called. Quotes, yes, 3 quotes. Now the next is, so this is the function from here all the way down. It's a pretty long function. Okay, my god. yeah. Pretty long function. So all the way down, man, this is playing with me. All the way down to here. So that's, and then here the file name, and then we call the function. So now let me explain what the function does. Here is we're creating a list where we'll store all of the codes and each item dictionary with the keys, codes, author, and tags. So now let's go to the codes. So if you want to get each element, you see this thing over here? Click it. So when I click it, you see I begin to highlight what I want to see, and it shows me, and I click it, it shows me here, so I can see this, and then these 3 little dots here, click it, and I'm able to see the name of the author of the first code is Albert Einstein, and we see that it's in a div called small and a class called author. So now let's come back here. But basically we want to get the codes. We want to also get the author and the tags. So this is the tags here. Get the author, click back here, and then we get the codes. Click here. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. So this is the text, the codes, this is the author, and these are the tags. Change, deep thoughts, thinking, world. Alright, so we'll come back to this. Let's go back to this one. So that's where we're gonna store each code and its associated author and tags. So we initiate a variable called current page path. I included some comments to help make it better. And then we have a while loop that just says while on the current page, combine the base URL with the current page path, and then tries to get the HTTP and all this technical stuff. If you don't get it, it's okay, but I think the comment helps. And then soup is just beautiful soup this is a variable that we set to beautiful soup, which is a library that helps to parse, manipulate, or modify HTML content. That's what this line does. And then here we begin to get each of our codes. So we start with, we just call it code divs and say this, which we've already sets this variable, then say soup.find all div class equals to code. So we just say class underscore equals code. So come back here. Now soup find all div class equals to code. So the class here, find all the divs with the class equals code. So you see, once I highlight this, you can see that it highlights the entire code with everything included in it, like every single thing. Let me highlight it again. It highlights everything. So this, we want to get each of this for each one of it, right? So now I'm getting the class codes. Maybe I should make this smaller so we can have this on the same page. Just put this here. So for code div, find all the divs with the class codes. Now, after doing that, so that's a code container. Then for each code because all of this is like one code container. So we now say for each code individual, now we're extracting the data from each code container one by one. Then we say, okay, we want the text. Then afterwards, we want the author's name. And then afterwards, see, we want the text. Then we want the author's name here. Then we want all of the tags. So that's what it is. So the first is the code text. And the code text, here we see that it's span. Find all span. See over here. Span with the class text. And then the author's name is find all small with the class author. And then this is just to take out any extra white lines that we don't need. That's just what it is. It's not a must, you can remove it, your choice. But just to make your data clean, we put this here. And then for the tag element, we say find all divs with the class tags. Here, div with the class tags. Right? And then now, because see this div, it has the classes tags, but under it has each individual tag. So after finding all divs with the class tags, you want to then find the A with the class tag. So the parent div is the class tags, then individual tag under it is tag. So this is it. And then we have, I'm trying to put it, shift this. Then we have for the tag elements, which we set here, we're just saying a for loop of, for each of it gets clean it, like what we did here, but we just decided not to add it to here because it's already long. So, but your choice, like for each of the tag elements, each of one of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, just clean it. So if you don't have, if whatever you're trying to scrape doesn't have like each of these individual, you don't need to add this. And then we say store the extracted data in a dictionary and add it to the list. So we call it all codes data.append because we already have it's here. You know, we initialized an empty list here, so we're saying now add to this empty list individually one by one for each code. The code texts already have here, the author name here, and then the tags that we're saying put a comma in between each tags here. So tags, join it by commas. So that's combining tags into a single strip. And then the next one is to check if there is a next button to move to the next page. So let me show you that. Let's click this and then scroll down. So I click here. There is a next button. There is a next button here. And then let's go back here, and so the next button as we see is lists class next here, right here. So we say find list li with the class next, and then if next button, then make the if a next button exists, update the current path with the link to the next page, which is this but next button dot find a href, which is where the next really button, the next part is really housed. So that's what it means. And then else, just current page path none. If no next button exists, exit the loop. So now after collecting all these codes, write them to a CSV file. That's what this part does. So just to explain, open new line encoding as CSV, then the field names wanted as code, author, tags. So basically here, only thing you need to change depending on what your data is these 3 things. And then you write each code's data in a row. That's what this is. Pretty much you don't need to change anything here if you're trying to customize it to your website that you're trying to scrape. And this just automatically provides a download link for the CSV file. And this is what we want to save it as. We can always change it. It's your discretion. And now we run this scraping function that we set here, and then we replace this placeholders here and here with our real base URL, which is a website we're scraping from, and our real CSV file name, which is this. So now let me make this bigger, and all you need to do is to click on play, run. And so give it some time. Let's scroll down and see what's happening. So yeah, there you see. And it's downloaded straight off. So I open it. And here we have it. So literally from this website, we have this clean. Awesome. Let me know if you have any questions. Please subscribe for more videos. Thank you. So to get the code that I showed you, the link is in the description or the pinned comment. And so if you are new to Collab, you want to know how to create a collab, how to run the code on Collab, you collab.research.google.com over here, and then if you're not signed in, it will tell you to sign in. And the first, if you're new, this is the page that shows, and then you go to File and New Notebook in Drive, and then it takes you here. Just release notes and all. You can just cancel this, and then so you can now upload. Once you've gotten the code, you can now say upload notebook. So it tells you where. So I'm just gonna drag it from my laptop over here, and here it is. So then all you need to do is play it, or you can customize it based on what you want to scrape. Just ensure that you are following the policy of the website you want to scrape from, and that there's no inhibitions to scraping. And then all you need to do is to click on play and scroll down. It's running, run the code. And there you have it. I have it downloaded. That's it. Thank you.